morning and welcome to Farm Factor on Ag Aim in Kansas. I'm your host, Conrad Cabas. Today, Farm Factor takes a look at the 4-State Farm Show in Pittsburg, Kansas. The annual event is sponsored by Farm Talk newspaper, a prominent agricultural newspaper in the 4-state area of Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. We also showcase urban farming in the Kansas City area, such as the Cultivate Kansas City Group and New Routes for Refugees. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers. This segment is brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
Good morning and welcome back to Farm Factor on Ag Aim in Kansas. Thousands of people came out to Pittsburg, Kansas to see the latest in agricultural technology. There were 700 different booths showing off agriculture-related products as part of the 2015 4-State Farm Show. Popular attraction at the 2015 show included hay demonstrations and lawnmower test driving areas, which showcased the newest in agriculture innovations in the industry. Farm Talk newspaper is sponsoring the farm show this year.
This is the second day of the 3-day 4-State Farm Show. It's held annually here south of Pittsburg, Kansas. This is the 41st year for the show. Behind me we have the Farm Talk tent. Farm Talk is the sponsor of the 4-State Farm Show, has been since its inception, and so we're always a prominent part of the show.
The farm show lasted from early in the morning to the afternoon and has lasted for several years promoting different areas of agriculture.
The show has actually stayed pretty much the same the last several years. We have 700 booths. We did sell the show out earlier than we ever have this year. I think that's a testimonial to the quality of the show, and it was a little cooler last year, and I don't think that probably hurt anything either.
Plenty of people took advantage of great deals and events at the 4-State Farm Show this year.
Generally at this show we have somewhere between 20 to 25,000 public come through here. As it's called, the 4-State Farm Show, it draws people from Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. We do have people even from states further out than that, but the majority of them come from the 4-state area to see the show.
Since 1974, Farm Talk newspaper has served the production, agriculture, and agribusiness community of southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, northeast Oklahoma, and northwest Arkansas. Published each Wednesday, Farm Talk subscribers receive in-depth management and market information, as well as a host of other entertainment features. The editorial focus is on the challenge and opportunities of farming and ranching in the 4-state area, as well as keeping readers informed about agri events across the region. Farm Talk is a large part of the 4-State Farm Show, held each year in mid-July near Pittsburg, Kansas.
Farm Talk is actually a weekly agricultural newspaper, and as I said, 41 years ago we started the show, and it was just kind of a natural transition from putting out a weekly ag newspaper to letting our advertisers and the people we worked with have an opportunity to showcase their technology, their equipment, that type thing, to their prospective customers in the 4-state area.
Each day at the show, hay demonstrations took place in a neighboring farm, showing customers and farm show participants the latest in industry technology for operations.
It's probably hard to single in on one thing that's the most popular here. Of course, the hay demonstrations are always popular. That gives farmers and ranchers to actually see mowing, raking, baling, and then some miscellaneous hay equipment in the field. We also have the lawnmower test driving area. Participants can actually get on a mower and try those out here at the show.
After the break, we continue our next story featuring urban farming training and Cultivate KC. Stay tuned.
Heinen Brothers Ag Service understands the risk and rewards of farming. As fourth-generation farmers themselves, they understand the importance of using the correct products on every acre. Farmers helping farmers. Heinen Brothers Ag offers quality aerial and ground application, fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia. Call today at 800-760-4964 or find us online at HeinenBrothersAg.com.
Here's another gardening tip with Annette Jackson from Jackson's Greenhouse.
Well-designed container flower gardens bring beauty to your home, at your entry, on your patio, or placed in a special spot in your landscape. Let Jackson's help you select the correct plant combinations which will add the color and style you need and that will survive the summer to provide beauty till frost.
Our annual flat sale is going on now. Choose a flat of 4 packs for just $18.99.
Jackson's Greenhouse has what you need today.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com. This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
Good morning and welcome back to Farm Factor on Ag AM in Kansas. I'm Conrad Cabas. Today we take a special look at an urban farming group called Cultivate KC. Cultivate Kansas City is a locally grown nonprofit working to grow food, farms, and communities for a healthy local food system. The farmers they work with grow community-based gardens and farms in the Kansas City area. Their volunteers and supporters double as educators, trainees, facilitators, and organizers. The goal is to develop resources to start sustainable farm businesses in the area. Erica Bush helps others farm on 8 acres of previously vacant ground near downtown Kansas City, Kansas, called Junifer Gardens Training Farm, which is home to Cultivate Kansas City's Farm Business Development Program. Local vegetable gardeners, whether they are resettled refugees or Kansas City, Kansas residents, can turn their green thumb into small businesses, participating in up to 5 years of hands-on training. Take a look as Erica describes the farm's day-to-day activities.
Mostly, market stuff is things that we go on. We harvest a lot. We have, of course, a lot of maintenance work that we have to do as far as like our cooler and our irrigation and things. Really being in touch with where your food comes from as far as like seeing the seeds that certain stuff comes from and then planting it in the ground or putting it in the greenhouse and then putting it in the ground and then just seeing it change.
Erica and others gathered in Kansas City in late July for the Homegrown Happy Tour. The Junifer Gardens Training Farm hosted several families and others to come explore the garden and farm area. The group hosts several other events throughout the year as well.
Well, we always have a lot of different events, sometimes big events, sometimes small events. We always have, usually once a month, a volunteer day, and that could be a big group or a small group. And then we also have people who just come in through the gates who just want to know, hey, what are we doing, what's going on and stuff.
Junifer Gardens Training Farm is host to a large community garden where Junifer Gardens apartment residents and other people from Kansas City area can grow food for themselves and their family on small garden plots. Sometimes those community gardeners move on to become market farmers and apply to training programs.
We really just grow here more than we do anything else. It's mainly a training camp, and so that's a training farm, so that's really what we do outside of the things that they have scheduled for us that we fit into what we got going on.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
This is the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Dylan Guinness, a Johnson County Community College graduate, is joining us. And Dylan, earlier this year, you attended the 2015 Biotech University Seminar in Phoenix, Arizona. What was the seminar all about?
The seminar was about bringing a lot of journalism students out and informing them about current biotechnology issues and things that are going on in the industry, and so then we can be more informed about what's going on and how to approach topics like this in future reports. We were able to tour a biotechnology lab where they were working on several projects, including cancer research. And then we were also able to go out to a farm where they were raising GMO crops. And so we were able to look at the farm and be able to talk to the farmer there.
Dylan, I should also say congratulations to you as well, because you won the grand prize in the reporting contest during that seminar.
Yes, I did. I did a report on GMO products in grocery stores and the labeling issues that are associated with them. And so my submission to that contest won the grand prize.
And that gave you the opportunity to attend the Global Biotechnology Congress 2015 in Boston, Massachusetts. I bet that was an interesting time, too.
Yeah, that was a really, really interesting conference. There were a lot of really great speakers that were there, and there were a lot of topics that were discussed. It was really interesting to see just how many people from all over the world were coming into this conference.
The Kansas Soybean Commission, one of the sponsors of this event. How important was it for you, I guess, for your future plans and looking at what you're doing in the future to be able to get an experience like this?
It was a great experience and definitely will be able to help me in the future. Just being able to work with a lot of high-level people like that and to work in a really professional environment, it really helps me learn things about just doing reporting and how to interact with people who really know their stuff in the industry.
You covered the topic of GMO labeling. You probably learned a lot and probably opened the eyes of several people there with some of the reporting you did.
I would hope so. I definitely learned a lot more about the topic while I was there at the conference, and it definitely broadened my viewpoint on the issue as well.
What's in the future for you?
The future for me is, I'm not exactly quite sure yet. I'm definitely going to keep on going in media studies, and I'm just going to kind of see where that takes me from there.
That is Dylan Guinness, a Johnson County Community College graduate, and he was an attendee of the 2015 Biotech University Seminar earlier this year. He's been our guest on the Kansas Soybean Update. It's brought to you by the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Soybean Checkoff, progress powered by Kansas farmers. Learn more at kansassoybeans.org. For Kansas Soybeans, I'm Greg Akagi.
We started farming in 1970. It was harder work then than it is now, a lot more physical work and the wear and tear on my knees and my body. Now here I'm 70 years old. I started having knee pain here 4 or 5 years ago, and so I was looking for a stem cell clinic, and lo and behold, my good friend John Farley and Ken Wood, who'd been customers and friends for a number of years, opened their clinic, and in about 2 months my heel was a lot better, and then at the end of 3 months and then going on 4, my knee started making significant improvement, and it's sure been a blessing, because before I had the stem cells, I'd be driving a tractor, and if I sat in a tractor for 2 or 3 hours, when I got out, I'd have to stop and get the kinks out of my knee and shake it, and today that's not a problem.
No matter where, no matter why, the Veterinary Health Center at Kansas State University is committed to providing quality patient care to animals and exceptional customer service to their owners. From routine checkups to emergency and specialty care, our world-renowned specialists and experienced professionals are here to discover, to teach, and to heal.
Let us know.
How can I help?
How can we help?
The Kansas Wheat Innovation Center in Manhattan is rediscovering ways to get improved varieties and new genetics in the hands of farmers faster. Grower-led and checkoff-funded research initiatives are bringing about positive change. This grassroots leadership provides a strong voice in Topeka and Washington, D.C. Now is the time to partner with Kansas Wheat in moving wheat forward. Kansas Wheat Commission and Kansas Association of Wheat Growers. Farmers investing in their future and yours. Log on to rediscoverwheat.org.
Buying a car shouldn't be this hard. And at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, it isn't. It's actually awesome. Whether you want a new or used car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. Even if you want to custom order a new car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. See Toby's team at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. We're awesome.
This segment brought to you by Heinen Brothers Ag, farmers helping farmers by offering quality aerial and ground application. fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia. Call today to protect your crop yield.
Welcome back to Farm Factor on Ag AM in Kansas. In this segment, we'll talk with Steve Green at the Junifer Gardens Training Farm in Kansas City, which is the host of a charity called New Roots for Refugees.
Well, this garden is a community effort. New Roots for Refugees. I've been a fan of the program for a very long time, and I had yet to visit. So this was an excellent opportunity to come out and see it firsthand.
Steve and other Kansas City residents are participating in local community gardens and agriculture products in the Kansas City area.
There's a lot going on in terms of local food right now in Kansas City. Some of the organizations that I participate with are Seed Savers Kansas City, and that is headed up by Dana McDaniels, and she works out of the Anita Gorman Conservation Center. She basically has been teaching seed saving for 20 some odd years, and it's just truly a remarkable study what she does to help ensure heirloom seeds, biodiversity in our food system, and basically teaching people what it takes to have a organic heirloom seed and to keep it going.
Urban farmers are unlike traditional agriculturalists in the sense that they have less space and different challenges in producing agricultural products. Some urban farms in Kansas City also grow organic products. These agriculture methods face problems with promotion and clarification among consumers and producers.
One thing that we're looking at with urban farming is space. And so in order to optimize the space for growing, you do things like stewardship of your water resources, and you're doing that by laying lots of mulch and sheet mulching to make sure that the water is staying down in the ground and not evaporating out. Collecting rainwater is another thing that's very important in an urban setting. City water isn't that great. It's going to be okay, but quite honestly, the plants are going to like your rainwater a lot better, and if you can start harvesting your rainwater and then watering with that, it's going to be a lot better for the garden. There's some different techniques. There are a lot of things that are really important, but in urban gardening, you're looking at shade, and so one way to really overcome shade issues is with your soil. And the better soil you have, the better nutrients, the more nutrient dense, nutrient rich your soil is, the better off you're going to be, and you can accomplish that without any what would be considered conventional fertilizers or petrochemical.
Steve believes that the growing of agriculture products like those in Junifer Gardens is more than just developing vegetables and crops for sale. It's about creating communication about agriculture in Kansas City.
For me, it's a re-centralizing around a local community approach towards food. And the extension of that is nutrition. It's about our health, not just our bodies, but it's about the health of our land, the health of our planet.
After the break, we continue featuring urban farming and charities that exist at Junifer Gardens. Stay tuned.
I will take action against herbicide-resistant weeds. I will know my weeds, and I will stop them before they go to seed. I will do whatever it takes to give my crops the upper hand, and I will use multiple herbicide sites of action because every action counts. I will take action, this time for all time.
Healthy cows start with the new Hired Hand automatic livestock sprayer. Rancher invented to provide an efficient alternative to pour-on and injectable parasite management systems. The portable design allows cattle to treat themselves head to hoof. Strategic device placement with pass-through activation technology takes the stress out of parasite treatment for cattle and the rancher. Get the new Hired Hand for yourself or become a distributor. Visit cowsprayer.com. The new Hired Hand makes healthy cows easy.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
Heinen Brothers Ag Service understands the risk and rewards of farming. As fourth-generation farmers themselves, they understand the importance of using the correct products on every acre. Farmers helping farmers. Heinen Brothers Ag offers quality aerial and ground application, fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia. Call today at 800-760-4964 or find us online at HeinenBrothersAg.com.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or for more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to our final segment as we continue our story on Cultivate KC and Junifer Gardens. Junifer Gardens Training Farm is home to New Roots for Refugees, a collaborative program with the Catholic Charities of Northeast Kansas and the Kansas City, Kansas Housing Authority. The site is large enough to host a large community garden where Junifer Gardens apartment residents and people from adjacent neighborhoods can grow food for themselves and their families on a garden plot. Today we speak with Meredith, who works with the program.
Yeah, I have worked with the New Roots for Refugees program, employed by Catholic Charities of Northeast Kansas since 2013, since April of 2013. And man, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about cultural differences, a lot about language barriers, a lot about the things that transcend language and culture. Food is definitely one of those things. And I have really, really enjoyed getting to know a lot of people.
For many of the refugee farmers at Junifer Gardens Training Farm, the practices they had used in other parts of the world now must be shifted to fit the environmental conditions of the Midwest.
You know, we're working with people who were farmers in their home country, and we're just helping them adapt to the setting here. So one of the examples I often give is that a lot of the countries of a lot of the folks that we work with come from places where there's like a rainy season and a dry season, and they don't necessarily ever have to pay for water. And so the concept of paying for water is definitely something that we try and teach people. There's lots of little small intricate things that we teach people about marketing. They also are I think we're really visually driven as a people, and so we look for like really high, we want to see like really high quality, and that's not necessarily the same as a lot of folks that we work with. They'll barter, they'll verbally barter, they don't need a price sign, and they'll often want quantity over quality.
The farmers at the farm are also learning about organic versus traditional farming practices and how they affect local farmers.
So we have everyone follow organic standards. We are not certified organic, but we do, have typical pest problems that you would encounter here. We are training people to sell, here in the United States, so kind of in an American market. So we encourage people to grow a lot of things that are more palatable to an American taste. Swiss chard seems to be a common thing that a lot of folks from Burma and Bhutan don't eat. So those are the folks we work with in our program. We want people to grow things that will sell here in an American marketplace, but we also want people to grow what they're familiar with. And one of the wonderful things about this program is it gives people access to land that they can, reconnect with the land. They can grow food that's familiar to them, and things that they won't be able to find in a grocery store here, or if they can find it in some kind of market, it's not going to be grown fresh or locally. One of the things I really like about this program is that a lot of our folks have or grew up, or when they were growing in their home countries, they're growing traditionally from the earth. They're not using a lot of chemicals or pesticides, and so it's not necessarily something that we have to teach people when they get here. We do have to teach people about the distinctions, what labels to look for, what to know.
Meredith appreciates the different positive ways the program can help people.
Yeah, so I really love that this program kind of makes people understand the way that we can connect around food, and I think it's eating and joining around a table and sharing with faith, with family, with friends. Those are really, really powerful things, and those are things that often transcend, where we come from or who we are.
Thank you for joining us here today on Farm Factor with Ag AM in Kansas. For more of Farm Factor, or if you want to view this episode again, visit us on www.agaminkansas.com, or you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. So have a good day with good luck.
Closed captioning brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission, the Soybean Checkoff Progress, powered by Kansas farmers. To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agamинkansas.com.